This is my 7x12 Lennard enclosed trailer. This is the deluxe edition. Mounted the spare tire on the tongue. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just holding the phone up, but I put a 100-watt Thunderbolt solar panel from Harbor Freight on the top. This is my 125 volt 30 amp inlet. This is just an extra solar panel ASC plug inlet that I put right there. The Thunderbolts used to come with ASC. I don't know if they still do. I think they now come with it's another type of connector. Forgot what it's called, but either way I could just swap it out to this, or I could upgrade this to something more substantial. That's just like a duplex. So if I need extra wattage, I just plug in another solar panel and it runs in line with the one that's on the roof. Deluxe painted wheels, the rims. Because this is the deluxe model, all the lights are LED. The only ones that weren't LED was the license plate lamp, and that burnt out. I replaced it with an LED lamp. This is a vent I've mounted because I had the spare tire mounted right there, but I didn't like it, so I took it off and I just mounted a vent right there where the hole was. It's the exterior light. It's solar and it's motion activated. These things, if you buy one, I got it from Harbor Freight, before you stick it up there, the on and off switch, spray some anti-corrosive spray like WD-40, or they're even better ones. I forgot the name of it, but there's one we used to use in RC boating. We sprayed the servos and stuff down with it. You basically waterproofs it, but you want to spray that switch because that switch is garbage. All right, the lights are installed. LED switch right here. If you want more, you can do double. I usually just leave them on one to save on power. That's the little cheap fan from Amazon. I upgraded it with the larger blade and the remote opening and all that stuff. 3 position speed right there. And you hit the switch right here. Floating shelf, floating shelf, floating shelf, floating shelf. Refrigerator. Got me an induction heater right here. Microwave. TV, you can pull it out, tilt it, all types of stuff. DVD player. 120 volt outlet. There's another one right back there. And there's one right there. 12 volt gauge, 12 volt outlet. What is this? The USB. One is USB. Yeah, that's the USB, and that's the 12 volt outlet. And this is a switch. So you hit the switch, boom, it gives you a readout, and you could turn these on and off. This is my DIY manual transfer switch. In the middle is off, all the way down is inverter, all the way up is the inlet from the outside. This is 30 amps. The gray bucket is my gray tank. The white bucket is my fresh water. That's a hot water heater I got from I think it was Alibaba or something. It's on demand. It was like 20 something bucks, can't remember. Seaflow pump. This cracked because usually before the winter time I'll unscrew this and leave it off. That way if any water is in the system, it'll expand and the pressure won't crack it. Last winter I forgot to do it and it cracked the doggone bottom. I just glued it back together until I could get another one. That's what I get. I haven't tested it since. As a matter of fact, let's test it. This switch controls the pump, so you hit this. There we go. She built pressure. See? Turn the pump off. I'm gonna leave the bowl full, see if it'll leak. But it drains. It's an actual RV or boat P-trap, so you don't get the fumes. You don't get the fumes back up into the trailer. This looks like a mess, but it's functional. And the only reason I haven't cleaned it up yet is because I want to get a better battery. Those two batteries they're from Jumper Packs, and they're weak. But I wired them together to get more amp hours, and that's my Bouge RV MPPT solar charge controller. That thing is a beast. I love it. That's my PowerMax 12-volt power supply. Awesome. I love it. That's my Jupiter 1500 watt 3000 surge, of course, inverter from doggone Harbor Freight. It's a modified sine wave. It does the job, but if I could get a pure sine wave, I'll upgrade to that. This is my 120 volt control. That's my distribution center for that. 2 breakers on there. This is my 12 volt distribution. This is just to, if I'm hooked up to shore power and I want to, because this will automatically start charging the battery in line with the solar. Or unless it's nighttime or it's cloudy, this will still be charging the battery if I'm hooked up to shore power, whether it's a generator or whatever. Of course, I got my breakers right there. I need to put an isolation switch for the battery. I'm gonna do that eventually. What else we got? This is where the ASC comes in. I'm gonna put a white connector in here, and I could leave it connected. It doesn't make a difference. But once I get a good battery, I'm gonna clean this all up. I'm gonna do some nice runs. Everything it'll look much better rather than this rat's nest. But again, everything is functional. Some of the wires are intentionally too long because I don't know the dimensions of the battery I'm gonna get. This is the pigtail that came with the plug on the outside, so I could hook this up to the 30 amp inlet and just plug it in to a regular extension. And I made this. This is basically a longer version of that. This is just a longer version, that's all. So this can go from the 30 amp to a generator directly without having to use an extension cord. And again, don't harp on the rat's nest. That's just until I get a battery. Once I get the battery that I want, I'm gonna make it look a whole lot neater. My freaking coffee pot. Yeah, but this is my chill spot. That's my folding table from Harbor Freight. I love it. I got 2 folding chairs also. I got 2 sleeping bags. I got the gravity chair or 0 gravity chair, whatever you call it. I got my fan. And that is about it. This came with the trailer. So when you're hooked up and the vehicle lights are on, this will work. This is just a battery operated light. These things never last. I'll put some batteries in it just as a backup. That's it. I call this a semi-conversion. The reason I call it a semi-conversion is because I don't want to make anything in here that'll take up the main space other than the Vinos permanent. That way I can still haul the lawnmower in here. I can still haul furniture in here, whatever. But all this stuff I need to get rid of. But again, I call it a semi-conversion. But that is my little, oh, of course I got the magnetic net. These things, I always end up losing the magnets because these will pop open. So what I'm gonna do is the next time I get a replacement, I'm going to glue it with some super glue or something. I would like to get a fold-in step. I'll show, and I added this right here. And I changed it, instead of going in from the side, and this would be flopping back and forth. I did it so it goes in from the top. You've just got to put a little bend in it, that when you're not using it, it stays flat. But I would like to get some stairs like these right here. Like these. See, these stairs, completely out of the way. When you want them, I just hurt my hand. You just open the door all the way. You pull this. And depends on the ground you're on, you can adjust the legs. The leg slide up or down. See, it's hinged right there. Yeah, I would love to get something like that for the cargo trailer. Of course, being the deluxe, it came with the I need to put some lotion on my hand. What the heck? I was messing with flour. But being the deluxe, it came with the RV style door latch.